皆さん、こんにちは。ジョンソンモヨです。元気ですか？久しぶりですね。今日はパーティクルスのわとがを勉強します。Your textbook calls what the topic marker and ga the subject marker, but those names do not help us very much. English does not have particles. We never put a word like ga after the subject, and English has no topic marker at all. So the names alone never tells you which one to use. Let me show you the real problem. Listen to these two sentences. Number one, モヨ先生は日本人です。Number two, モヨ先生が日本人です。Both are correct Japanese, but in English, they become the same sentence. Moyo sensei is Japanese. Same English, two different Japanese sentences, so the difference is not in the words, it is somewhere else. Now, you have been using wa since lesson 1, so the real question today is not what does ga mean. The question is, when do I use ga instead of wa? One idea answers almost every case, and I want to give it to you right at the start. What is for information your listener already knows about? Ga is for information that is new to your listener. So let's answer that Moyo-sensei question. Here are two sentences again. The difference is not a grammar rule. It is about what is already in your listener's head. On the left with particle wa, Moyo sensei wa Nihon jin desu. You use wa because we both already know who Moyo sensei is. I am not introducing myself to you. You already know me. I'm telling you something about me. So the new part is Nihon jin desu, and it comes after wa. In English, as for Moyo sensei, she is Japanese. Or you can say about Moyo sensei, she's Japanese. On the right with the particle ga, Moyo sensei ga Nihon jin desu. Now the new part is Moyo sensei, the word before ga. Imagine three teachers standing together and someone asks, which one is Japanese? The answer is Moyo sensei is Japanese. So, same English translation, completely different piece of news. So with wa, the news is on the right side. Right side. With ga, the news is on the left side of these particles. So please mark that down. In English, we do this with our voice. In Japanese, we do it with ga. Here's a picture I want you to keep in your head all semester. Imagine a box between you and the person you're talking to. Inside are all the things you both already know about. Mary-san, Takeshi-san, and our Japanese class, Nihongo no class. When you say Mary-san wa, you're reaching into that box and then pointing at something already there. That's why it feels natural. Your listener knows immediately who you mean. Now, Sumi-san is not in the box yet. Your listener is not thinking about him at all. When you say Sumi-san ga, you're carrying something new into the box. That is the job of ga. So before you choose the particle, ask one question. Is it already in the box? Or am I putting it in right now? Let's slow down on what first because you already use it every day. Read it with me, this sentence. メアリーさんは日本語を勉強しています。そうです。 Now, who is this sentence for? Someone who already knows Mary, right? I'm not telling you Mary exists. I am telling you what she does. The blue part is old, and the red part is the news. Same with this sentence. この本は面白いです。We are both holding the book. The only new thing I give you is 面白い. So your test for what goes like this. Can my listener already picture this person or thing? If yes, what is fine? Now the particle が. Most of the time, a sentence with が is the answer to a question word such as 誰が、何が、どの something が. So, question sentence. 誰が来ますか? Who's coming? The listener is missing exactly one thing, the person. So the answer is たけしさんが来ます. The missing piece sits right in front of が. 何がありますか? テレビがあります。どのカバンが安いですか? このカバンが安いです。Same shape every time. Remember the last slide for a moment? メアリーさんは日本語を勉強しています。The new part was 日本語を勉強しています。Everything after what? Now look at this slide. たけしさんが来ます。The new part is たけしさん. The word before が. So these two particles work in opposite directions. What pushes the news to the right? And then が pulls the news to the left. If you remember only one thing from today, remember these two sentences. This is the rule that catches everyone on the quiz, so let's make it concrete. 誰は来ますか is wrong. どのカバンは安いですか is wrong. Why? Go back to the box. What points at something already inside it, right? But 誰 means you do not know who it is. You cannot make a topic out of something you do not know yet. So please remember it this way. The particle は cannot be used together with a question word. The answer keeps が too. 誰が行きますか? 私が行きます。The question asks for the missing piece, so the answer marks that piece with が. Now let me put them side by side. Exactly the same words, only the particle changes. メアリーさんは日本へ行きます。This sentence answers an unspoken "What about Mary?" We already know Mary. The news is that she's going to Japan. メアリーさんが日本へ行きます。This sentence answers a different question. Who's going? We already knew somebody was going to Japan. The news is that it is Mary. So the particle is not decoration. Before you speak, ask yourself, what question am I answering? So far, Ga has been answering a question that someone actually asked. But very often, especially in daily conversations, nobody asks, and we still use Ga. So here's a good way to say it. Use Ga when the information about the subject is situationally new, new to the listener, or new to the speaker, or new to both of you. Ga generally appears when the speaker introduces a situation or scene that they have just noticed. あ、あそこに猫がいますよ。Look, there's a cat over there. Nobody asked me about a cat. I just noticed it this second, and I am handing it to you. So that is why it has to be 猫が not 猫は. It's the same with スミスさんが日本に行きますよ. Nobody said who's going, but I have a piece of news and I want to put it on the table for you. バスが来ましたよ. たけしさんから電話がありました. Every one of these is a scene the speaker has just noticed, and every one of them uses が. And notice よ at the end keeps showing up. Yo also means I think this is new to you. The same feeling as が. That is why the two of them travel together so naturally, especially in daily conversations. Here's how the two particles が and は work together in a real conversation. Watch Sumi-san move. A says, あ、スミさんが日本に行きますよ. First mentioned, Sumi-san is outside the box, so が. B replies, そうですか。スミさんはいつ行きますか? Look, B uses は for the very same person. Why? Because A just put Sumi-san into the box. He is shared information now. This is the most useful pattern for you. Introduce with が continue with は. English does the same thing, kind of similar things with a and that. Like a student came to my office, the student asked about the test. が is a little bit like a and は is a little like that. Not a perfect match, but it will guide you well. I want to show you that this is not just a classroom rule, but it is how real Japanese is written. These are the opening lines of Kasajizo, an old folk tale. If you're using Genki textbook, you will meet this story in lesson 10. First line, 昔々山の中におじいさんとおばあさんが住んでいました. Long, long ago, an old man and an old woman lived in the mountains. Look at the particle. おじいさんとおばあさんが. Why が? Because this is the very first sentence. You have never met these two people. They're completely new to you, so the story has to hand them to you. That is exactly what が does. Now the second line. おじいさんとおばあさんは家で傘を作っていました. The old man and the old woman were making umbrellas at home. Now the particle changes to は. Why? Because the first sentence already put them in the box. You know them now, so they become the topic. And the new information is what they were doing. And this is the same pattern you just saw with Sumi-san. Introduce with が, continue with は. Almost every Japanese folktale, like Momotaro or Urashima Taro, they all start like this. Once you notice it, you will see it everywhere. Okay, well, let's try this mini quiz on particles. You can fill out the each parenthesis either with は or が. Don't just pick any particles. Think and why it has to be が and why it has to be は. You may pause the video. Let's take about 2 minutes and write down your answers and put it in the comment, and I will check your answers with you in the next slide. Okay, number 1. Did you pick either は or が？誰がテニスをしますか？ It has to be が because it's a question word. Okay, the question word can never take は。Number 2. The answer is は。We were already talking about Mary, so she is in the box. Okay, next one. This is が。You just noticed the bus and you are offering it as news. And you put yo at the end because it's a new piece of information to the listener. Number 4. が。Dono is a question word. And the answer keeps が。あの人が山下先生です as an answer. But the question word, you use が. And number 5. What is your answer? は. You both saw the movie, so it is shared. The news is 面白かった. Okay, so how did you do? Did you get them all correctly? I hope you did. Okay, so hold on to 2 sentences. は marks something already in the box. The news comes after it. が marks something you are putting into the box. The news comes before it. And when you are stuck in the middle of speaking, use the quick test. Am I answering who, what, or which one? Even a question nobody actually asked? If yes, use the particle が. Before you go, I want to mention one more thing. Today's lesson is not the end of が. As you continue learning Japanese, you will see several sentence patterns that also use が. They use が for different reasons, so don't worry to fit them into today's explanation. Just learn each pattern as its own shape. I will explain each one step by step in future lessons, but some of them you've already learned with me. If you could remember, you use particle が with あります and います like 近くにコンビニがあります。犬がいます。So check out episode 32 and 33 for this sentence pattern. We also studied this sentence pattern. 私は猫が好きです。You use particle が with 好き and 嫌い. And we studied this in episode 49. And here are the patterns you will learn next. And here they are. All of the が sentence patterns you'll be introduced to as you continue through the beginner level. But don't worry about memorizing them today. We'll learn each one together one step at a time. For today, you've learned one of the most important uses of が, using it to introduce new information. Once this idea starts to make sense, choosing between は and が will become much easier. And you did a great job today. I know this was a challenging lesson, so be proud of yourself. Next time, in episode 63, we will learn how to use が to describe people's physical features. So be prepared. それでは次のレッスンで会いましょう。またね。さよなら。